Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can have a productive summer and get everything that you want to get done. I'm going to give you 10 tips towards having a productive summer. My first tip is to tidy your room. A clean space equals a clean mind, and I always start there. I think I'm not feeling productive and motivated until my room is tidy and my space around me is tidy. Along with your workspace ultimately is the most important part, making sure that you have a really tidy workspace and it's really inviting and you want to work there, and you want to go and sit down for, I don't know, like 5 hours in a day and study there. I'm not saying you need to do that much, but you know what I'm saying? So just have a really tidy room, clear it out, especially for the beginning of summer. You're going to have quite a long period ahead of you, so just making sure everything is clean and tidy and organised, your bed is made each day. It's a really good place to start. So obviously the school year has just ended, so what I like to do is I like to make sure that I tidy up all of my old books that I'm not going to be using in the next year, all my class books, and put them in one place so that when it comes around to the next year and during the summer you know where you can find your notes, anything that you've written down from the previous year, any past papers that you've done, anything like that, making sure that you keep it in one place and it's all really organised and together is really important, just so, again, organisation is key to being productive. Along with that, any new things that you're going to be using to study throughout the summer, keeping them in one place and making sure that they are organised, easy to reach, easily available. You don't have to kind of go searching for them each day, and they're just there right in front of you. My next tip is definitely one of my favourite tips, and something that I really need to be productive, and that's to have good or really well working stationery, so like pens and pencils. My pens that I use, it's always so important to me that they're good and they're so nice to write with, otherwise I just don't want to write. So I really recommend going out and getting a good pen and a good pencil that isn't going to break all the time and your pen isn't going to run out really easily and that the ink flows really nicely. I really recommend Mitsubishi Uniball pens, or with the fine nib, or Pilot V5 pens with the extra fine nib, because they're really good pens. They're my favourite. Tip 4 is planning out what you want to achieve over the summer, your summer goals, what you want to get done, just so you have kind of a tick list and stuff to work towards. Making sure though that you set out really reasonable goals and you don't kind of over project what you want to get done. Anything that you really need to do before the next school year, or equally if it's not school related, any other things that you want to get done, making sure that they are reasonable goals and that they are achievable. Tip 5 is creating a timetable. For me, this is really important and it's the number one way that I stay productive and I make sure that I get everything done that I want to get done and I stay on track. I know a lot of people like to make excuses about timetables, saying that they don't work for them or they don't like being told what to do. However, I think you've just got to go into it with an open mind and try it out. I really recommend watching my previous video if you don't know how to make a timetable. I'll link it in my card right now. And it kind of goes through how I make my timetables. They're really simple. It's so easy to do. In that video I didn't quite explain about putting in the things that you need to be doing first. When you make your timetable, you start by putting in your social activities, your free time activities, all of your fun stuff first, and then plan your study around it. That's always the best way to really make your timetable as inviting as possible and make sure that you are also doing things that you really enjoy, and they make you happy. And it's just my number one way of keeping on task and making sure that I get everything done that I need to get done. Tip 6 goes along with what I just said, but making sure that you are having free time activities and that you are having fun, you're socialising, you're getting out of your house, you're going shopping or doing stuff that you enjoy, just so that your life doesn't completely revolve around studying, or whatever it is that you're trying to get done this summer. Making sure that you kind of allow for those activities and for your fun time things. Tip 7 is something that I'm really trying to do this summer, and that is actually get dressed in the morning. Dress up. You don't have to be really fancy, but putting on some reasonable clothes rather than living in your pyjamas or sweats, or for me leggings and a comfy t-shirt is what I do. But when I do that, I never really feel that motivated and I never want to get up and work. It doesn't feel like kind of a day, it just feels like a never-ending morning. So I really recommend just getting dressed, putting some clothes on, even if they're still really comfy clothes, but just something a little bit more than sweats or your pyjamas. You want to make sure that you get out of that mindset of kind of sleep or comfort and into more of a mindset of work and getting things done and being productive. It's so important, like psychologically, to get into that mindset before completing your daily tasks. Tip 8 is don't sleep in too late. I know that's sometimes quite difficult, especially in the summer. You have this like morning that you can do whatever you want with, and of course if you really want to, you can prioritise your morning as like your free time, which is sometimes what I do. Instead of, you know, going out and socialising, I will sleep in because for me it's a little bit more important. However, I really try in the summer to just get up at like 9 a.m. Each day, and maybe have like a few lines a week when you can kind of sleep until when you want, or sleep until like 11 or whatever, but trying not to sleep until 11 every day, because I think personally I'm a lot more productive in the mornings and I want to get things done and I want to just start my day. So waking up at 9 is really good for me, or you can wake up earlier or late, but I really recommend waking up at 9 or before to just really start your day right. Tip 9 is something a little bit weather permitting, especially for us UK people. However, study outside when you can and get outside. I know I'm not someone who loves going outside all the time. However, definitely when it's nice weather, I love studying outside, getting out in the sun, in the air. It's so nice for me. And just getting into like the outside, especially when it's nice in the UK, it's quite a rarity. Making sure to fully take advantage of that weather. My final tip is just to focus on yourself as well over the summer, making sure that you're not just studying or getting whatever you want to get done. You're also working on your mindset and where you're at, like in yourself, which should help you get your things done. Remembering that what you think, you ultimately kind of become. Using that to your advantage and spending time working on your mindset and working on your mental state, and then that will benefit to your productivity. And this also goes through into your school year and your kind of future. And for me, I have quite a stressful school year coming up, so making sure that I'm in a really good mindset and I'm in a really good place is so important to having hopefully the most kind of stress-free school year that I can. And you just need to begin that over the summer when you've got a little bit more time and you can focus on it a little bit more. Is really important. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and you took some good tips from it, and that I could kind of give you some ideas of how to be productive this summer and get what you want to get done. It's so good, I think, to use your summer correctly and not just slob about and watch YouTube all the time and watch Netflix, as tempting as it is, or equally as going out with your friends every day. I think it's good to set goals and set kind of academic goals and things like that for the summer, especially if you're going into, you know, a school year of maybe a lot of work or a big year of your life. Making sure that you're setting yourself up correctly, and not kind of losing that motivation from school into the summer and then having to regain that when you go back to school, because that's often quite difficult. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more of my videos and you enjoyed what you saw today. Give this video a like and comment below any other kind of tips for me or any tips that you have for being productive in the summer. Have a good day, have a good week. I'll see you soon. Bye!